I'm Dr. Robert Dew, and I'm one of the founding partners of CapFeather Global. If you think about whether or not you should actually do something innovative at your company, it really comes down to two choices. Do you do it when your company's already winning and successful, or do you do it when your company's losing and in trouble? And there's arguments for both sides. The argument for choosing to not innovate when you're winning is pretty simple. I'm sure you've heard this before. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then on the other side, if you think about when your company's losing, oh my God, the sky's falling, we have to change something. This is unacceptable. We have to do something different. Now, from our point of view, if you have a think about how human systems overcorrect, and we've got a graph here that shows you a little bit about the relationship between input performance and output performance, what you can see is if you look at this rationally, you would totally change your mind from those prevailing wisdom. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And oh my God, the sky's falling, we've got to do something. When your company's winning, it makes total sense for you to choose to innovate then, because the payoffs are out of all proportion for the investment that you've got to put in place. Think about it, when you're winning, your innovation can either work or not work. If it works, you win big. Jerry Maguire big, like woo-hoo-hoo-hoo big. And if you lose at that point, you go back to normal performance. So there's all upside and very little downside to innovating when you're winning. Totally makes sense rationally to do it there. On the other hand, if you're losing and you lose, that's like an oh my God moment. The bottom is going to drop out of our business, and it could be a business-ending injury if this innovation doesn't work. On the other hand, if you're losing and you try and innovate and it does work, then all that's going to happen is you're going to get back to the status quo. So we would say rationally, you should innovate when you're winning, and you shouldn't innovate when you're losing. In practice, people irrationally think about it as, if you are losing, you need to innovate because the sky's falling and we've got to change it. And if we're winning, you shouldn't innovate because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And we just think a rational approach to innovation is more important than an irrational approach. Now, the result of this is actually quite insidious, because organisations that are set up with strong corporate governance approaches typically arrange things around budgets. You're either going to have a budget to make more sales, or you're going to have a budget to reduce costs, or some combination of the two. In that climate, the way that the budget's set up is not to make it easy that you're going to achieve it. In other words, the fact that you've got a budget that's going to be a sales budget that's a bit of a stretch, or a cost budget that's a bit of a challenge to achieve, in both of those circumstances, you're already set up before you even start as if you are going to lose. And I think that this is why that actually the concept of the stretch budget has ended up being the dominant way that companies try and set budgets. Because what happens is, it's rational if you're losing not to innovate. What you should do is just work harder and hold on and hope that things turn around. And of course, that's why most companies end up stifling innovation. We're not suggesting that you set people easy budgets, but we are suggesting that you make sure you take the time for people to believe while doing something new is worthwhile. Because ultimately, doing something new is always worthwhile when you succeed. It's just in the short run, it doesn't pay off as good as doing the old things a bit harder. And that's really the crux of the matter. You should innovate when you're winning, because in the long term, it's the only thing that will help you succeed.
Thanks for watching. If you would like to download a one-pager on when to innovate, click on the link below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to CapFeather's YouTube channel for more content like this.